Hey everybody, welcome to Helsdon Outdoors. In this video I show you all the most important features of the Helsdon Hammock. Now the most important feature of all is the unique design that creates a flat lay no matter how you hang it, and that allows you to sleep on your back, your stomach or your side. But I'll save the best for last, and I'll start with the setup. Now the setup is super simple. Anyone can do it in 2 minutes. You don't have to know how to pitch a tent. You may not have set up a hammock ever before, but you can still do it in just 2 minutes. There's just really 3 parts to it. Hang it in between 2 trees, attach the spreader bars, and optionally insert a sleeping pad. That's it. So this is how it's done. First, obviously, get it out of the bag. There. Find 2 trees. The 2 trees should be anywhere in between 3.5 meters to 8 meters in between. There are hooks. You don't need to know any knots. And tighten it. And then comes the spreader bars. And finally, a sleeping pad. Any old sleeping pad will do, like this one that I've had for 4 years. There, done. Ready for camping. Excellent. Okay, so that was the setup. Super easy, as I said. 2 trees, 2 minutes. That's it. You can't do it wrong. Well, you can. You can hang it too low. That's basically it. Depending on the length in between the trees, you will have to set it up higher. But in this setup, I guess it's like 4 meters. I usually set it about eye height, and I just tighten it hard. And that's it. So, second feature, storage. You can store all your gear inside the hammock. There are storage compartments at the foot end and at the head end. You can also store stuff underneath, and you can hang stuff from the ridge line. So I'll just put my bag in here. There, and I usually put my clothes at the head end, and sometimes I put my boots or my shoes underneath, so nothing touches the ground. And as you can see, there's nothing to pinch to the ground either. Moisture, rain, animals, bugs, nothing can get to you or your gear. Of course, there's a bug net, and it comes with the hammock. It goes all the way around, as you can see. There are also bug netted windows, so bugs can't get to you. And actually, over here, this is kind of a secret feature. There's a little bit of piece of Velcro over here. This was added due to feedback to Dave Helston, the inventor of the Helsdon Hammock. There was a group that went to the Amazon jungles and they used the hammock, and when they came back they said that the Amazon tree ant climbed up the tree and then down the straps and into the hammock. And of course that doesn't happen in Canada where Dave lives, but based on that feedback he added those Velcro straps, so if you're going hiking in the Amazons, you're safe there too. What about insulation? Well, the hammock has a double bottom, which means you can put any sleeping pad in there. It doesn't come with a sleeping pad. We figure that you probably own a sleeping pad of some kind if you're a hiker, or you can pick one up. They're in the range from very cheap to very expensive. You probably do want a sleeping pad, depending on where you hike, of course. Due to insulation, the sleeping pad is not there to create the flat lay. The flat lay is created by the construction, the design of the hammock itself. So you don't need the sleeping pad to create a flat lay, like you do in some other lay flat hammocks. The sleeping pad is only there for insulation purposes. So in the summer, I'll use a closed cell sleeping pad that I put in right now. In the spring and in the fall, I use a self-inflating sleeping pad. And in the winter, when it's freezing outside, I use both at the same time. So a foam one and a self-inflating one. And that keeps me warm down to minus 15 centigrade from underneath. Another good thing when it comes to insulation is that if you close everything, if you close the hammock, like this, and on the other side as well, the heat generated from your body will stay inside. So during cold winter nights, it actually gets pretty warm and comfy inside, just like in a regular one-man tent. So you have insulation from underneath, and you have a nice warm climate inside. And the climate inside is made from or is created by the fact that it's not a tarp, it's a tent. The tent fully encloses the hammock, and also it's double layered. So what you see here is that this is the outer layer and this is the inner layer, and that creates a little bit of air in between the outer layer and the inner layer, and that helps to insulate during the winter. Now in the summer, it's the other way around. You want heat to escape so you don't get too warm. That's easily done too. You can either just put up the sides and wind can blow through here, but you can also remove there. You can also remove the inner curtain so that the bug-netted windows are open and all the moist air and all the warmth from your body can escape during summer. Another good feature of the Helsdon Hammock is that it's very, very stable, and that's because the center of gravity is very low compared to a traditional hammock. So you can actually move around in it or hang out. So let me show you. Now, even if I lean out like this, I don't fall over. And you can move around in it, you can sit up in it. I actually, in the winter, I go in with my clothes on because it's cold, and I lay there for like 5 minutes to to heat up the inner space in the tent, and then I change inside the hammock. This is the view from inside my hammock with the windows open. So this is how I can fall asleep. The windows are open, the sides are open. I have a nice view on the surroundings, so I can fall asleep like this, gazing at the stars. But what if I wake up in the middle of the night and it started to rain? Well, no problem. I don't have to get out of my hammock. I don't have to get up to adjust any tarp or set up any tarp. I can just close the inner curtain and I can reach it from right inside the hammock. So I just reach for the inner curtain and pull it back. I attach it to a piece of Velcro at the ridge line, another piece of Velcro over here, and one more over there. So now the windows are closed. I still have the sides open. If it's only a light rain, this is just fine. But if it's raining heavy or if it's windy, I can just put the sides down like this, and the other one as well. And now I'm fully enclosed, protected from rain, wind, and cold. I'm also protected from condensation, from getting wet from inside the hammock. And there's a ventilation hole right above my head where the warm, moist air from my breath goes. So it goes up here and out through the bug-netted windows to minimize condensation. Now, even though we have ventilation, if it's really cold outside and I'm in here for a long time, condensation may build up on the outer walls. But since the tent is double layered, we have the inner curtain and the outer tent. If condensation builds up or forms, it will form on the coldest outside fabric, not on the warmer inner curtain. So let's say that we have some drops of condensation here, and a gust of wind comes and it blows on the tent, and the drops fall. They will fall on the inner curtain, and then they will drip down and out underneath the hammock, keeping me dry from rain and from condensation. If you want to use the hammock without the tent, you can do it. You have to get out of the hammock to remove the tent, but it's really easy. You open up the Velcro and the zipper, and then you just pull it back. There. So now that the tent part is pushed all the way to the foot end, we can actually see what the hammock looks like. And this is the unique feature of the Helsdon Hammock. And this is what Dave Helsdon invented 28 years ago when he started developing this hammock. And that's what he got his patent for. It's the shape, the design of the hammock that creates the flat lay. There's no secret sauce. You don't need any knowledge how to set it up or how to lay in it. You don't have to have the suspension webbing at the 30-degree angle. You don't have to lay diagonally. You don't have to have a brand-specific air mat to create the flat lay. It's the design of the hammock, the construction, that creates the flat lay. Now, this is a bridged hammock. Bridged hammock meaning there are spreader bars as opposed to a gathered end hammock. But not only is it a bridged hammock, it's a suspension bridge hammock. Now, a suspension bridge, like the Golden Gate Bridge, is constructed in a certain way, and this hammock uses the exact same physical principles. So, you well know the Golden Gate Bridge, right? I haven't been there, but I still know what it looks like. We have pylons, 2 at one end, 2 at the other end, and then we have wires going from the ground to the top of the pylon, and then in a kind of like an oval shape to the other pylon, and then down to the ground. And then the flat surface where the cars go hang in between. The exact same design has been applied to this hammock. Only the pylons are not vertical, they are horizontal. So here we have one of the pylons, here's the other one, and the wires on the Golden Gate Bridge goes here in a straight line, and then here in a curved line, and then straight up here. And this design, together with a non-flexible ridge line, creates the flat lay, no matter how you hang it. Doesn't matter how far apart the trees are, the shape of the hammock, because of this design, will always be the same, and you can't do it wrong. It creates the same comfortable flat lay every time. Not only does it create a flat lay, but it actually adjusts to your body. So when you lie in it, if you lie on your back, your body is a little bit curved. Your knees go up. There's an arc on your lower back, and your butt goes down. And the hammock actually adjusts to your body to give support for your whole body. And even more importantly, if you ask me, you can sleep on your side and in your stomach. It's just as comfortable when you sleep on your back, your side, or your stomach. And if you're like me, you toss and turn and sleep, no problem either, because the center of gravity is really low, so it's very, very stable, and I can toss and turn all I want without tipping over. So hopefully when I lay in it, you'll see how it adjusts to my body. So, right where my butt is, it goes down. Where my knees are, it goes up to give support for my knees. And it also goes up here to give support for my lower back. So I get a really comfortable lay. And I can sleep on my stomach or my side if I want to. Like this, it's just as comfortable. Or, which I do most of the time, I sleep on my stomach. And also, I move around a lot in my sleep, going from side to stomach to back. And it's very, very stable because of the low center of gravity. I can actually lean out like this, and it doesn't tip over. Or I can sit up in it. It's still very, and I can go here and I can take stuff from my backpack if I want to. So very, very stable. And this is all due to the design of the hammock itself. There's no secret sauce. This is the way it's done. This is the way it's going to be for you. You can't do it wrong.